to honor those who've had a tough time with cancer, and coaches, we all rally around that. It affected our families and many, many others. So proud of our team. We played very hard on defense, held them to a low percentage from the field and three-point line. Wasn't our best game offensively with 16 turnovers, not uncharacteristic, but sometimes you have to win a little ugly, and we got it done.
When did you learn Sumet wouldn't be able to go tonight, and just what were the initial adjustments?
Yeah, he was fouled numerous times in that NC State game, and some were called, some weren't, but he had aggravated just a kind of an aggravation. He got a little swelling, but he's actually improved a lot in the last few days, so we expect him to be day-to-day from here on out. We just, out of precaution, sat him out tonight, and but he has certainly improved the last few days.
Coach Madsen said that he found out 45 minutes before tip that you all would be without Sumet, and you all found out they'd be without Madi. What kind of adjustments did you make when you realized the change in their lineup?
Well, we didn't make too many adjustments. It enabled both teams to play smaller. You saw we had Keon at center a lot, and they played their small. They had Dort, who's a true center, but they played some other guys at the center position. So we both went small a big part of the game. So the adjustments were just to try to put our best players out there and defend even though we're small. And I thought Matt Cross with 14 rebounds and B.J. Edwards with 9, and Boopy came in and got 6. It really helped us even though we were playing small.
How important was it after the win on Saturday to come out with a lot of energy and hustle like you guys displayed tonight?
Yeah, our guys have been playing very hard. You know, to hold NC State to 57 on their home court, 57 points, and I thought tonight we played very hard on defense. And I don't know how many games we won, 5 out of 6 maybe in the league. And we didn't play the lone loss to Louisville at home. They played very well, and we didn't. And so our players, I think, have come to a pretty good understanding of how hard they have to play defensively to give us a chance to win these games against some very good offensive players.
Speaking of that, after that Louisville game, I think it was, that Matt Cross kind of said, you got to be sick and tired of it. Has he taken a bigger leadership role on this team since then?
Yeah, you saw his toughness tonight, 15 points, 14 rebounds, and he brings it, and he was very physical and very tough, and so he leads by example. The other guys went along with him tonight and played tough. We missed 8 open threes in the second half, so we couldn't really extend the game, extend the lead, which hurt us. We didn't shoot the ball great in the second half, but at least we were tough.
Coach, you've had a lot of success against Cal and your time with the Trojans. I mean, how would you describe them as a team? What's their style of basketball?
Well, Coach Madsen does a terrific job. I know he's been there a few years. I think my time at USC, there were 5 Cal coaches, so the styles have always changed depending on who was coaching. We were fortunate to be fairly successful against them at home and away. But they're talented. They've always had really good players, guys that can score the ball. I would say that over the last few years, they've had a lot of players that can go out and get 15, 20 points and offensively talented.
2 of Cal's guards, Wilkinson and Blacksher, combined for 29 points, but they had to put up 32 shots to get it. With that, and then also holding Cal to 5 for 25 at the line, was your perimeter defense as impressive to you as those numbers suggest?
Yeah, I thought those guards, they're very quick and talented, and I think the 3 guards went, 13 for 43 between the 3 of them. And they're all good players, but our game plan was just try to make them work and take tough shots.
How big is having some veteran big guys like, Johan, Keon, Colbert to kind of fill in that gap and kind of between the 3 of them to be able to fill the void from Sumet?
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Sumet had his career high 20 points against NC State, made 4 free throws on the road in crunch time, has some block shots, but that's what a deep team does. The guys step up, and I thought Johan played very hard. Jarrell gave us great defense in the second half, and then Keon helped us go in that first half run where he very energetic and made a lot of good plays.
you guys have built a reputation as one of the highest scoring teams in the ACC, if not the country. How important was it tonight in a game where maybe you're not shooting your best for your defense to step up and get you across the finish line?
Well, that's the difference between our team now and our team in the beginning of the season. We would not have played, we would not have held NC State to 57 on our home court or 65 tonight. We were not very good defense when we started the season. Now, we had a lot of guys that in and out. Matt was hurt, so Matt wasn't eligible yet, and our other guys didn't understand really what our defensive system was all about. We had 10 new players. So it took some time for us to really focus on that. And we've had some ups and downs throughout the season, so but you were right, we've been a better offensive team than defensive team for most of the season with our numbers. But our goal was to be able to win games with our defense, and we did that twice against Virginia, held them 51 and 52. NC State tonight was another example of that. When you don't shoot the ball, you go 0 for 8 in the second half on three-pointers, you have to defend. And so we're trying. You know, we're a little streaky at times, but our guys are really bought in. Very proud of them, and they've improved dramatically on that side of the ball.
I was about to say that buy-in that you're feeling from the players. Is there some moments over the last month or so that you've really seen that come across and it makes you feel a little bit better?
Yeah, I'd say like at NC State we were down 8-0, and all of a sudden it was back and forth, and they took another lead, and we had to go zone, and we stayed in our zone, went on a 15-0 run. So for them to be able to play man-to-man and then switch to a zone and go on that big run, that was really give them credit, because they were able to adjust to it, and they had complete buy-in, all 5 guys, whoever was on the court. That's one example. And then our winning streak before the Louisville game, same thing. The Virginia game up there we played extremely hard defensively, and we went 1 for 17 from 3. After the first shot we made, we went 1 for our next 17, and the only reason we had a chance to win that game is because we played so hard. And then, of course, we made 3 straight threes to win it in the last 25 seconds. So that's we were trying to get to that level, and very proud of our guys in this winning streak, I should say. 5 out of 6. But I think they understand what it takes to win ACC games, and we're 4-1 on the road, which is also credit to them. They've been able to be professionals, handle their business on the road in some pretty tough places to play.
Boopy Miller at the beginning of the year led you in scoring in a bunch of games, and you talked extensively about his scoring ability. He's had a few games like tonight where he scores 13, and it seemed like every time he touched the ball, he draws a crowd. Has he cooled off a little bit offensively, or are people just defending him differently?
Well, he still had 13 points and 5 assists, and 3 steals, 6 rebounds. Now tonight he had 4 turnovers, but you look at Miami game, he had 9 or 10 assists. Georgia Tech game, 10 assists. When the game was on the line at NC State, he drove the lane, shot fake, 2 guys jumped, the other 3 guys drew in the lane. He drew 5 guys in the lane, he kicked it out for BJ, and he made that big 3 from the corner. Against Virginia, he was incredible the last 30 seconds. He had the driving kick and then the 2 threes. And so when he's passing the ball and putting pressure on the defense, he's as good as any point guard in the country. Where he does get in trouble sometimes is where he tries to force shots and leaves his feet, and it's not a recipe for success. Then his percentages come down. So to answer your question, his decision making has improved. It's improving, and we still think there's a lot of growth in his game. We think he could average 8 assists pretty easily. And now some guys have to make shots some games he just miss out. But I think he is very talented and can get by people and get in that lane and make things happen.